What's up, y'all? So today I am not going to be doom and gloom because I'm pretty sure I am Mr. Doom and Gloom at this point, but I really don't care about any of that stuff. So I just want to talk to y'all about when you're trying to give a message. Um, have you noticed when you ever try to give a message or try to put something out into the ether or the realm, how you get tongue tied or the message just kind of like you can explain it to yourself. You know how to say it in your head, but when it comes to speaking out loud, it's like. And what I've come to realize is that that has a lot to do with the fact that maybe you aren't supposed to say certain things at certain time periods. That's what I've surmised it to because it makes sense. So I just go with it. And honestly, it hasn't led me astray. It has hindered me on making certain videos because it's like I'll be talking about a certain topic and then all of a sudden, yeah, and I'm just like, I'll give up on it because I'm like, if I'm not supposed to talk about it, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be seen. Um, because there is a lot to talk about. You see so many people talk about auras, talking about the way the world is, talking about the governments, talking about 3D, talking about 5D, talking about a lot of stuff. But really, nobody's talking about what really is important, and that's our home. Our home is in uh, disarray at the moment. And you people need to wake up to the fact that look past the human, look towards what's happening, and act accordingly. But honestly, it's kind of like trying to pull out a tooth that doesn't want to come out. Stubborn as all heck. So I'm just like sitting here watching, as always, watching and just seeing how we progress. Where are we moving towards? Most people say the new earth, but really, what is the new earth? No one has clearly defined what the new earth is. A new version of this planet that has us all in our spirituality, has us all reading auras. Is that our purpose? I mean, honestly, we've had years to do that. Years. We can't say that the powers that be hit it or any of that because the powers that be is us. I mean, honestly, we are the powers that be. If you really look at your history books, you'll realize certain things about this realm that are quite disgusting. And once you get to that point, it's just like, I don't want to listen to any of y'all at all. And I'm not talking about the masses. I'm just talking about the powers that be. I couldn't. They could take me to court right now. I would run circles around them because that's how weak their laws are. Loopholes throughout the whole lot of it. If you have a good
I
lawyer,
could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters,
you can
okay?
get away with anything. Honestly, you could. You really could. But that's neither here nor there. And we're going to move on. But yeah, what is the new earth? For me, moving a portion of society to a what one would consider a space station over Saturn. And then from there, you guys will be moving halfway across the galaxy to a different planet. But saying that out loud seems far fetched. It seems fantastical. How could we do that? We don't even have the technology to leave this planet barely. So, how can you guarantee that? Well, again, talk to some amateur astronomers or some astronomers who actually are more realistic about what's going on, and they'll tell you something is happening above us, of which the powers that be don't want you to know about. And it doesn't have anything to do with the star. So you kind of just got to go with it. And like they're painting these old school narrations, and you just go with it. A picture of a ship falling out of the sky, and you people are like, "Oh, it's a contrail." That's the official narration of the government. The police department flew helicopters over the site, and they didn't see a thing. So, what are you talking about? You people don't want to know, honestly. You're not in the know because you don't want to know. And that's sad. But again, can anyone else tell me what the new earth is? If you have a better explanation of what the new earth is, please put it out there. Because saying we're creating a new earth is beautiful. It's great. I love it. I love the idealism. You have to put some teeth behind it in order for it to facilitate, in order for it to cultivate, in order for it to become real. So, honestly, what are you saying? Like, when I started bringing information up to the forefront, I knew exactly what was going to happen, the chaos it would bring. These people censor even me, and they know better. But I don't really fret it because at the end of the day, I know where the real power is. I know who wields real power. And I can assure you, it's not anyone we've seen on television at the present moment. Not anyone we've seen in government buildings at the present moment. An illusion of power is what we're seeing from them. But it's okay. I'm not questioning you. I'm not challenging you. Because I know how fragile egos are in this period. So I just go with it. So now, was that enough information? Or should I go on? I mean, because there's a lot to talk about. Honestly, what are we here for? Do you know what these forms represent? What they stand for? You don't. And if you don't, maybe you should ask. At this moment, what I will leave you with is this: protect your energy. When you listen to anyone, including myself, discern with wisdom. Don't take anything at face value. Always do your research. Most of what I say is researchable stuff. You can research this stuff. And even the outlandish stuff, if you don't know where to find it, ask me. Leave a comment. I'll respond. Because I realize that people get weird around people who are insanely smart, and ego aside, people get really weird about that kind of stuff. So you kind of have to bring yourself down to a certain degree, because one can get lost in one's ego, and ego is not important. Your ego means nothing. In the grand scheme, that's hubris talking, not ego. You created ego, something you made up. But one could say all of this stuff is something someone made up, isn't it? I would say so, yeah. Absolutely. So we just got to go with it. So, with that being said, a smile on and positive vibes your way. For the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. For those who know, let's get it.